Hello there. We are the D&D Bears, and today is our very first 20-minute session.
So if you guys have not watched the first kind of introduction to the campaign background and our player background, then you can go ahead and watch that video. We have that posted.
We'll have a card up here floating around somewhere. That'll take you straight to that video. So without further ado, just a quick reminder, I am Roman Core, and I'm approaching the town of...
Deria.
Who has undead problems.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so as you step into the front entrance of Deria, you will see that the town is a bit dreary. The people walking around doing their business all look very slump. Their faces are kind of sunken in. They don't really give you a second glance. They just kind of sadly gaze to the side. You'll see that all the houses are kind of beat up and drab, and there's broken windows with boards stuck into them. There's a house that's entirely burnt, and everyone, is kind of going home for the day. It's approaching sunset, and
So you're saying it's Dreary Deria?
Dreary Deria.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that there's undead stuff that I need to do here, so is there any building around here that looks more official, like a town hall or visitor center? Or...
Yeah, there's a town hall. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see kind of a bigger, grander building. Still looks a little dingy, but
Okay. Well, I will politely just pass people and head to the building and see if I can't get this quest underway.
Alright. As you step into the building, you will indeed see a little gnomish man. You will indeed see a little halfling man.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Who seems to be standing on a stool at a desk, and he too has this really sunken-in face, and he looks, a little purple, almost very pale, and he kind of looks up at you, and he just goes, "Hey there, what can I do for you?"
I will draw my battle axe and say, "Back, undead!"
"Oh, jeez, I'm not an undead. I'm perfectly alive. You can feel my heartbeat if you want."
Oh, I'll put my axe away, feeling a little bit embarrassed. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. That's probably the 7th time that's happened to me today.
Oh, I am very sorry.
No, you adventurers, just, it's okay. You're getting down to the root of the problem. So.
Well, I am not an adventurer.
No?
No, I am a blood hunter, and I am here to destroy the undead.
That is very intense, sir, but I am all for it. Please do. They've been keeping me up at night.
Good. Is there someone I can talk to gather information about this situation?
Yeah, sure. That would be me.
Oh, great. What is the information about this situation?
Yeah, some undead have been coming up from the graves, and then, everyone in the village, sorry, but, I'm just really tired.
Understandable.
Everyone in the village kind of, has been helping out, knocking them down, and, then they come back up the next night.
Is there a general area that they come up in, or...?
What, the graveyard?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, this town is kind of cursed anyways. We get done with one problem and then another one comes along. So, I have faith in your ability to solve this, but at the same time, we're cursed,
So, is there anything to this curse, or is that just a superstition sort of thing?
Oh, no, there's nothing to it, but it's totally real.
Ah! Yes, I have seen many curses like this before.
Yeah. You have?
Yes, I call it originate in your mindus.
Can I help you with anything else.
I will feel a bit foolish. After all, this is my first blood hunting assignment, and I don't know what to do. So I'll just say, well, is there any adventurers or people here that are that have been fighting the undead that I could speak to?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, the whole town kind of raises up. I'm not much of a
Yeah.
fighter, so I kind of just, don't. But a lot of them head to the bars, and the adventurers. They really love that kind of stuff. So, but pretty much everyone in the town has been helping out. So, except for me.
So you said
I'm
people
too
in the
small.
bar, basically?
Yeah, at the bar. There's adventurers at the
It's
bar.
evening time, right?
Yeah.
And these undead come up at night.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't have a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Alright, well thank you, Mr.
Oh, you can call me Gib.
Thank you, Mr. Gibb.
Thank
You have been very helpful.
Sorry, it's Gib.
Gibb, yeah.
Gib.
Gibb.
Thank you. Okay, have a good day.
Was I not saying that? Thank you, Gibb.
Gib. Okay, have a good day.
Alright, you as well, Mr. Gibb.
Gib!
Okay, Mr. Gap.
Gib!
Did he just say Gap?
Let's just say what he said.
Alright, I'll leave.
Alright,
Alright, I'll look around the town, specifically trying to find a bar, or perhaps see if I can find the graveyard, and just kind of wander around until I do so.
Alright, make a perception check.
Alright, that was a solid 12.
Alright, as you're looking around, it's not too hard to find the bar. It's kind of in a main town square type area where there's a lot of other shopping type things. It's called the Lucky Lace.
Mm.
And then down the street a little bit, you'll see like a little graveyardy area.
Okay. I'll go check out the graveyard before it gets dark, see if I can find anything. Specifically, well, what does it kind of look like? Is it have lots of like standing up graves and stuff?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of those. There's really only one or two that are kind of bigger, like big old crosses, but most of them are pretty simple, just kind of round graves, no higher than your calf.
Okay. Well, I guess, I'll just go check out the graveyard and start looking around and see if I can see any signs of maybe some magic circles or something that might be calling the undead, or anything of note.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and make an investigation check?
Okay, that'll be a 14.
Alright, as you are looking around, there are several things that you will notice. First off, there's a decent amount of blood everywhere in the graveyard.
Okay, that's to be expected.
Yeah, seems that there's been a good amount of bloodshed. You will also notice that it seems to go around the entire circumference, almost as if...
The blood?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, almost as if it was dragged all around or placed all around. And then there's, of course, just a good amount kind of near the entrance.
Okay, I would like to... I'm sure this will do nothing. But I would like to go to a part of that circumference and just, like, lick my hand and just start wiping like a little hole in the blood, just in case it's, like, a magic circle or something, and just try to disrupt it.
Alright, you get some blood on your hand,
That's okay.
and you're able to disrupt. Mostly the dirt will kind of part.
Yeah, I'll just...
Yeah, and, you disrupt yourself.
Problem solved.
Adventure done!
Peace, I'm out. Okay, interesting. Are there lots of, like, bones scattered, or is it just this blood?
Yeah, there's a couple bones around. Looks like they will rebury, a lot of the bones. And the dead bodies that are killed by the undead.
I mean, I guess it's respectful, but do they just keep coming back up?
They do.
Maybe we should just not put them back.
You'll see one or two out, but yeah, for the most part, it seems that you'll see a lot of disrupted dirt. A lot of them have been buried.
All right. don't think there's much more to see here. So I'll just head over to the bar and see if I can find anybody who's had experience with this.
All right, you head over to the bar. When you enter in, there seems to be a very large human man who's bald. He's got a huge mustache who's at the bar. Not that big, but yeah, and you enter on in, and he just kind of turns. He's a little chunky, and he'll just. Welcome to the Lucky Lace. What can I get for you?
Thank you very much. Information is what I'm after.
I see.
Specifically, about the undead over there.
Oh yeah, I've been going out there to fight every night. They haven't touched me yet.
Good. I don't know what this town would do without a good barsman.
Die.
Yeah.
They would die.
Yeah. So what happens exactly then? Just light falls and then skeletons just start rising? Is there any ever magic visibly that goes in there? Or any strange figures that you've seen around?
Well, yeah, it just kind of gets dark and they raise on up. I mean, there's always kind of strange figures. This is a town where a lot of people pass on through, a lot of people looking for adventure and stuff like that. So we get some shady folk here and there. But, yeah. No one, I mean, it's possible, but most people tend to move on after not too long.
Why did we rebury those bodies instead of burning them or something like that?
Well, that would be because burning them is blasphemy of the highest order, and that means that they would not be able to enter into the gates of heaven, so we would never do that.
I was not aware of these practices.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So what if they've already entered the gates of heaven?
Well, they cannot enter into the gates of heaven if they're undead.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, I appreciate your help. I don't know of anything more to ask you, so thank you.
Alright, well, let me know if I can get you a drink or anything else.
I think I'm good. Trying to solve this mystery, and solving a mystery is not good when you're drunk.
I guess not. No, maybe.
Maybe in celebration, once it's all over.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Alright, is there anyone else in this bar that's...
Yeah, you'll see several, cool, adventure type people. They've got armor or, magical staves or something of the sort, kind of drinking, having a good time. Some of them are kind of chatting about how they're going to go help defeat the skeletons again. They don't seem that concerned about it as they're just drinking away, but...
Okay, I'll grab a chair and then, slide it over to their table and sit down.
You do so. And they're gonna kind of look over.
Hello.
Hello?
I'm Roman. I'm here trying to figure out what's going on with the whole undead thing. You look like you've had some experience.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, we kill them. Every night. Well, for the last couple nights.
And is there anything that ever happens around them rising up or anything like that?
Sometimes, when they've killed a friend, they'll take the body and kind of move it all around the graveyard. But for the most part, they seem to be kind of heading out of the graveyard. I don't know where they're going. We don't want to...
When they kill someone or just when they rise?
Or just when they rise. When they happen to kill someone, they'll shake them all about in the graveyard.
And then they just run out of the graveyard away from the town.
Well, we don't really let them get that far. We don't want them to hurt anybody in the town, so...
So we've never let one just run about just to see what it do?
No, why would we do that? That's a skeleton. We have to kill it.
I'm just curious if it's going somewhere. Like its leader? That we could possibly kill and stop the skeletons from rising up again and again?
But what if it attacks somebody?
Well, that's why we would follow it. And then if it looks like it's going after someone, then you kill it.
I don't know. I've seen Grandma Floof being around, and if they even look at her wrong, I think she's just so old and sad, and everyone in this town is kind of old and sad. She might just die.
That would be unfortunate. But it would be even more fortunate if the said undead brought us to a leader.
I guess so. Are you implying that we should let them roam about?
I'm saying you should allow one to roam about. Just see what it does.
All right. I mean,
Perhaps
we're kind of, getting a little tired ourselves. I guess it wouldn't be too bad to let one go off.
Perhaps tonight I can join you, and when one starts running away, I'll just follow it. I have my crossbow, my hand axe. Should be able to stop it from doing anything bad before it does anything bad.
Make a persuasion check.
I think that's just a... I don't think I have. No, I am proficient in it. 12!
Oh, wow. Nice proficiency bonus.
Well, I have a -1 typically, so...
Alright, yeah, sure. We don't mind. You look like, capable enough.
Thank you. Do these skeletons seem to have a high perception about them? Do they notice things a lot, or they are aware of those around them?
Bud, I'm gonna be honest with you. We go to the graveyard and we smash their heads in. We haven't really looked to see if they notice us smashing their heads in or whatever. You know?
Suppose that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Cause I suck at stealthing! Alright, when do they normally come out? When do you head over there?
Let's see, it's probably about 4 o'clock right now. Probably in about 4 hours. They don't come up till late.
4 hours. Alright. And no skeletons have ever escaped that you've seen?
Not that we're aware. We've been trying to keep them in the graveyard where no one could get hurt.
Well, I appreciate your time, and I'll meet you at the graveyard about 8.
Alright, sounds good.
Thank you. And your name was?
My name is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
And your name was?
Roman. Roman Core.
Good to meet you.
Likewise. Alright, I'll get up, push my chair back from where I got it. And I guess I'll just head back to the graveyard and try to see if I see any patterns in how someone may have been dragged, see if there's any patterns in the blood that's all over the place outside of the circle.
Okay. You head back to the graveyard and you will see. I mean, it just seems to be in a circle around the graveyard. It doesn't seem to be anything too crazy pattern-wise. You will notice an old lady who is passing by, and she'll kind of hunched over. She's got like a hand on her back, and she looks up at you and just, and she's gonna faint.
I'll be like, "Oh, ma'am," and I'll go up to her and kind of like pick up her face a little bit and just.
Medicine check.
8.
Alright, you back her face a couple times, and she seems out. You can see that her eyes, like a lot of the village, is very sunken, and her cheeks are sunken as well. Her lips are very kind of a bluish, purplish color.
Is there anyone else who's walking by?
There's some other people on the street, but they haven't really seemed to notice too much.
Okay, I'll take my water skin and just like...
Alright, she drowns. No, after a moment or two, she'll kind of wake up and... Oh, hi!
What's wrong with you?
Where am I?
You just fainted.
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. If you could just help me get up, I could be on my way.
Of course. Help her.
And you lift her up, and she'll kind of hunch over again. And, well, I guess I must be getting home. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's okay.
Why did you faint? Do you know You just felt lightheaded?
Oh, yeah, I've been just feeling a bit under the weather recently, but I think there might be a, just a little flu or a little cold or something going around in the valley, and a lot of people aren't feeling too good, so.
Something else to investigate. Thank you.
Alright, well, you have a lovely day.
You as well, bud. Do you need help getting home? You good?
Well, that would just be delightful, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. And I'll, like, take her arm and then just... and what was your name?
Oh, everyone just calls me Grandma Foof.
Ah, Grandma Foof. I've heard about you.
Oh, what have you heard?
Just that if you saw undead, you'd probably faint and die.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That seems like it'd be really bad at this point in time.
Yes.
So everyone's just feeling sick around here, huh, Grandma Foof?
Yeah, so just kind of weak and can't move around too much. Just like,
Does everyone get their food and water from the same place?
Well, we get our water from the same place, in the well, in the middle of the town, but food comes from all over.
Interesting. Perhaps I will check out this well to see if there's something in there that is hurting you.
Alright.
Right, Grandma Floof. Where's your home?
Right here, there, right here.
Alright.
And you take her up the steps, and she will open the door and go, "Thank you so much for being so kind. Here." And she'll hand you a gold.
Oh, ma'am, thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure for such an outstanding young man such as yourself.
Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate it.
Of course. Ta-ta!
Take care, Grandma.
And she got in. And that's where we're gonna end.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute session. And we'll have another one just like it continuing on next week. And hopefully I'll figure out what the frick is going on.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.